Welcome back to GraveyardDance.com. This week, we have a story about a really bad man. This is the kind of person who inspires people to get self-defense classes and to learn to conceal and carry. He is also the kind of person who makes security system companies a lot of money. If you're into creepy, scary stories like this, we hope you'll consider subscribing to our channel. A like on the video or a share helps too. Here's links to our merch shop and our social media links. Also, if you live within the United States and you're looking for a new pet for your family, we hope you'll take a moment to see our other project. It's a nationwide effort to save animals called eyesofadog.com. At Eyes of a Dog, simply click the state you live in, then your city or town. It's as simple as that. Every animal rescue in your area should be right there at your fingertips. Help save the life of a furry friend. If you're on a mobile device such as a cell phone, when you enter the address, you may have to click a little gray box in the upper corner to get to the links. Also, by liking the page on Facebook and sharing our content on there, you yourself can be a part of saving animals all across the nation. That's eyesofadog.com. With all that said and done, here's today's story. Allan Joseph Lagere, a Canadian criminal, became a household name in the 1980s due to his violent crimes that shocked the nation. This video delves into the life, crimes, and ultimate fate of Allan Joseph Lagere, otherwise known as the Monster of the Miramichi, shedding light on the dark path he chose to follow. Born on February 13, 1948, in Chatham, New Brunswick, Lagere's early life appeared unremarkable. Little is known about his upbringing or family background, but it is believed that he had a troubled childhood. The factors that contributed to his later criminal behavior remain largely speculative. Lagere's criminal activities began in the late 1980s when he embarked on a spree of violence that terrorized the Miramichi region of New Brunswick. His crimes included multiple murders, robberies, and sexual assaults. The brutality and sadistic nature of his acts earned him the moniker, Monster of the Miramichi. Lagere's crimes were marked by extreme violence and a complete disregard for human life. He targeted both men and women, often choosing victims at random. His modus operandi involved breaking into homes where he would commit heinous acts of violence, leaving a trail of fear and devastation in his wake. On the evening of June 21, 1986, Lagere and two accomplices, Todd Matchett and Scott Curtis, robbed a convenience store in Black River Bridge, New Brunswick. After cutting the power, the trio broke into the store where they were met with the owners, an elderly couple, John and Mary Glendenning. The couple was severely beaten and the latter was sexually assaulted. The trio then fled the scene. Mary Glendenning regained consciousness and discovered that her husband had been beaten to death. She crawled up the stairs to the phone and dialed 911. The dispatcher spoke with her on the phone until police arrived. Police tracked down the three and arrested them. Matchett pleaded guilty to murdering John Glendenning and brutally beating his wife. Curtis and Lagere were convicted at trial. As news of Lagere's crimes spread, a massive manhunt was launched to bring him to justice. The authorities spared no effort in their pursuit, utilizing extensive resources and manpower to track down the elusive killer. Despite their best efforts, Lagere managed to evade capture for an extended period, further fueling public fear, panic, and fascination. In a shocking turn of events, Lagere managed to escape from prison not once but twice. His first escape occurred in May 1989 when he broke out of the St. John Regional Correctional Center. He remained at large for several months, committing additional crimes during his time on the run. During his escape, he kidnapped a lady named Peggy Olive and stole her car while he held her at knife point. He eventually let her go and he was recaptured in November 1989. Before he was recaptured, though, there was more senseless murder and carnage to come. Lagere was at large for 7 months. During this time he committed 4 additional murders in and around the towns of Chatham, Newcastle, and adjoining communities. His victims were Annie Flam on May 29, 1989. During this incident, Flam's sister was also assaulted, and on Friday, October 13th, he assaulted and murdered sisters Linda and Donna Downey. Lagere set fire to the Downey home before leaving, and he murdered Father James Smith on November 16, 1989. Lagere was recaptured on November 24, 1989, following a failed carjacking that began in St. John and ended outside Rogersville. Rewards of $50,000 were collected for the information that led to his arrest. Lagere's trial was highly publicized given the nature and scale of his crimes. In 1991, he was found guilty of multiple counts of murder, robbery, and sexual assault. The court handed down a sentence of life imprisonment without the possibility of parole, ensuring that Lagere would never walk free again. His case was the first in Canadian history to convict a serial killer and rapist using the use of a brand new technology at the time called DNA. Allan Joseph Lagere's crimes left an indelible mark on the Miramichi region and the collective consciousness of Canada. The fear and trauma experienced by the victims and their families cannot be understated. Lagere's case also prompted a re-evaluation of the criminal justice system, leading to reforms aimed at preventing similar incidents in the future. While the exact motivations behind Lagere's crimes remain unclear, experts have attempted to construct a psychological profile of the man known as the monster of the Miramichi. Some theories suggest that Lagere may have suffered from psychopathy or other personality disorders which contributed to his violent behavior. Since his conviction, Lagere has been serving his sentence in a maximum security prison. Despite efforts to rehabilitate offenders, it is uncertain whether Lagere has shown any signs of remorse or progress towards rehabilitation. His case serves as a reminder of the challenges faced by the criminal justice system in dealing with individuals who commit such heinous acts. Allan Joseph Lagere's life and crimes stand as a chilling reminder of the capacity for evil that exists within some individuals. His reign of terror in the Miramichi region left a lasting impact on the community and the nation as a whole. While justice was served through his conviction and life imprisonment, the scars left by his actions will forever remain. The case of Allan Joseph Lagere serves as a cautionary tale and a call for continued efforts to prevent and address such acts of violence in society. In 2015, Lagere was transferred from the Super Maximum Security Penitentiary, the SHU, in Saint-Anne-des-Plaines, Quebec to the Edmonton Institution in Alberta. In 1996, the provincial jail in Fredericton was shut down, and in 1999 the building was repurposed into a science museum. The cell in which Lagere was held during his 1991 trial is now used for an exhibit on DNA profiling. In August 2020, Lagere applied for day parole. Although the parole board notice does not guarantee he will be granted day parole, the request raised concerns in the Miramichi community. Lagere was scheduled for a parole hearing on January 13, 2021, where he was denied. Let's hope he never gets out. Well, what did you think? Was this guy bat's hit nuts or what? Have an idea for a future story? We'd love to hear about it. We cover true crime, both old and new, scary spooky ghosts and haunted places, cursed objects and places, aliens, UFOs, you name it. Don't forget to tell your friends about us and check out all our older work at graveyarddance.com. Just click videos and then scroll back for a complete list of our work. Till next time, thanks for watching.